So I had an interesting insight to a story I heard many times before. There's this guy who wanted his chicken shechted, so he handed it over to his worker. Had the worker go and bring the chicken to the sheikhet. A few minutes later, the worker comes back with a live chicken, and he asks, the worker, "What's going on? Why is the chicken still alive? That's not gonna taste good." So the worker says, "I don't trust the sheikhet." He says, "You don't trust the sheikhet? Do you have an authority in this area? What do you mean you don't trust the sheikhet? What's going on? Tell me more. Explain." So the worker tells him that the old sheikhet, Rebbe Yisrael, who was to eventually be known as the Baal Shem Tov, Rebbe Yisrael would take the chicken, and before shechting it, he would clean the knife with his tears. Versus this sheikhet just stuck his knife in the water and cleaned off his knife, and he's like, "I don't know, that doesn't sound right to me. Sounds heartless. I don't know if we should trust his shechita, his ritual slaughtering." That is a powerful story. There's a story that tells you, how sensitive the Baal Shem Tov is, and how appreciative he is of every living being. But at the same time, something didn't sit well with me, because when we eat a chicken for the right reason, when we shecht an animal and use it for the right purpose, we elevate it. We bring out a higher purpose. We bring it to a higher form of life, right? It was, at one level, was living like an animal, and now it comes part of a human being. It comes part of a higher, more conscious state of being. And if anyone was in touch with that, I would think it's the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of Hasidus, the one who brought this and explained this at higher levels. So the story always, I didn't know what to do with it. This past Shabbos, it hit me. The Baal Shem Tov very much was in touch with the fact that when you're shechting a chicken, you're doing a mitzvah with the chicken. And the person eating the chicken is going to be elevating the chicken and using it for a higher purpose. However, he also understood at this point of transformation, the chicken was going through a lot of pain. And this chicken needed Rachmanis. It's explained that in heaven, as we climb levels, there's the Nar Dinar. It's a fiery river which helps us step at a higher level. Helps us go to a higher state of being, a higher state of mind. There needs some clarification, some removal, some stepping away from the old self. And any amount of growth, anytime there's growth in our life, it usually comes with a bit of not knowing, a bit of uncertainty, a bit of humbling, sometimes crushing, suffering sometimes, right? And as someone who's guiding, someone who's helping people take steps, we might say, "Listen, it's growing steps." You're right. But there's a higher way of being present. And that is being with the person right here, right now. Right here, right now. Understanding that right now, this person is going through growth. And it's painful. This guy's going through transformation. And it's super uncomfortable. This might also give insight to what does it mean the Shekhinah is in Guls with us. Because sometimes I feel like the Shekhinah is in Guls with us, but I'm the embodiment of it. I'm feeling the pain. I'm feeling the Gullus. And it's very real. And the answer is yes, Hashem sees the purpose for it. And I get to, learn Chassidus and see the purpose for it and hopefully live from that area. But when I'm not living from that area, or even while I'm living from that area and I'm feeling very tzimtzum, very crushed, very squeezed, very unable to be fully expressed, Hashem's also feeling that. Hashem is feeling me with every step I take. Yeah, he also sees me as my future self. He also sees my potential, and he's bringing this for my best. And he's also there with me. In every step, in every emotional spot. Something to emulate, something to get in touch with ourselves, acknowledging as we're growing. Yeah, and it's uncomfortable. Acknowledging the people we're guiding, the people we're loving, the people we're caring for. Acknowledging, like, yeah, I know this is for your better good, and I know right now that it sucks, or it's painful, or it's hurting. Take care.